the tech setup for Bugsnax, so let's head over and take it away, Conception.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Conception 2, and we have Bugsnax for you today. And I have somebody with me here for commentary. If you want to introduce yourself as well.
Hello, I'm Riekelt. I run this game as well, and I love this category.
Yes, this category is great. Riekelt also helps run the marathon in addition to the game, so we appreciate that. Thank you for getting.
I've been at tech for the last 10 hours.
Yeah, so we're gonna try and get through this as fast as possible for him. So I know we have our bid war open for our Grumpus color, so if we want to end that now so we can see what color we're going to be, Daredevil.
And the winner of the bid war was option 1 black with $20.
Black. All right, so let me delete this save file here. And then, so I'm going to go into the game, and time is going to start just a little bit after I start the new game, so I'll try to time it out for you as best as possible. All right, I'm going to go in. 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, so yeah, this is Bugsnax. I heard we had some excitement from the game, which is great because this game is excellent. If you have not played it casually, please do. It was one of my favorite games from last year, obviously, since I'm playing it so much, but it's just a great game. I am playing on the PS5 version, which is ever so slightly slower than the PC version, only because of text speed, mainly. Oops. Practiced that for a little bit before. Luckily, we got a good backup here. If it wants to let me up on the rock, there we go.
Yeah, and if you're actually playing, don't do what Conception is doing right now, because we're just skipping a lot of people.
Yeah, which might sound funny considering this is the no major skips category, but how we choose to categorize this basically is more of a no loading zones early kind of category. So we're not going to go into any loading zones early.
Wait, oh, hooray!
This is Philbo. Everyone loves Philbo. Who doesn't love Philbo? All right,
Adio?
No, I think he probably loves him more than most.
Yeah.
All right, so we got to catch a few different Bugsnax here for Philbo. We're going to catch 3 different Strabbies as well as a Roodle. So I'm going to wait for this Strabby to walk by a little bit. Throw the trap there. And then see if we can time this out well. Oh, nope, it landed on it, so it's not going to be it. So we got to be a little patient. Got a little bit too close for comfort there. But now we got it. Great. So now we got to turn these into our friend Philbo. So as you can see, Bugsnax are exactly what they seem to be: bugs and snacks.
You can eat them, and your limbs and your body will actually transform into sad Bugsnax, which is really helpful for quests later on, as well as a few here. Pretty spooky.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Some might say horrifying, but pretty interesting. And then we are in Garden Grove. So comparatively to the any percent category here, 80% gets basically skips pretty much every loading zone, gets to the end game really fast within like 6 minutes or so. And then it's just running the end game sequence from that point forward. This obviously, like we talked about, doesn't skip any sequences. However, Garden Grove does not have. We don't have the ability to get into this loading zone early at all anyway, even in any percent. So we got to play this normal.
Gather up some ketchup and use it.
Yeah, almost every loading zone is accessible early, but for whatever reason they decided to not have the load zone in this version. Also, we have a bunger over here, a few bungers even. And this is arguably the best Bugsnax of the game. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite here. Oh no, I didn't make it. That's alright. Did I grab an extra ketchup? No, I didn't. There we go. So I was trying to get that frieder early. Missed out on it ever so slightly, but we're doing a lot of setup to get things done here fast. You know, you can see Bugsnax are basically just falling into our trap more or less.
It's generally what we want to do during this whole run.
So,
Like those,
Not so
what do you call it? The bunger, we can't actually catch it without the net that we're actually getting after feeding Wambus over here his first rider. And Siska Bucket, yes. But with the help of the other bunger and knocking out the first bunger, we can actually catch him with the giant trap net.
Scoop him right up with this net.
Yep. And it's also worth saying too, we actually have, so that Frieder that gave me a little bit of trouble there, we actually have a much faster way of catching it now that was more recently discovered. I chose to do it this way because it's a little bit more marathon safe. If I had messed up trying to catch the Frieder faster the other way, I could have missed some cycles, which would have wasted even more time. So I chose to just do it this way. But basically what we do there is up top where we first meet Wambus, we can actually shove our trap through the floor and then capture it through the floor. Which saves a lot of time. But if I had missed it, then I would have missed some good cycles, and which would have wasted a lot more time.
Wait.
This is just a tutorial menu thing that we can't really skip, so we got to get through it. It's just mashing through. Oh, of course, there we go. All right, and then we're into our next area, our hub world, more or less, which is
let's get this
Snacksburg.
over with, buddy.
Welcome to the sorry excuse that they like to call Snacksburg.
Well,
Yeah, for right now, it is a little bit disheveled, and nobody's here. Which kind of, I mean, it leads nicely into what we have to do to accomplish all the main game's goals. If you want to go into that a little bit, Reek, what we have to do to get to the end game sequence here, just generally speaking.
So generally, we're trying to get all of the other, what I call again, Grumpuses that are Grumpuses that are scattered all around the world. At least one in each area to get back to the town.
there was a bit I couldn't.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep,
Lisbon, no,
that's
mostly.
it.
And to get those home, we need to do a few
Anyway,
quests for them,
alright.
which generally involves catching Bugsnax.
It might involve feeding them to them, or just leading them to them. If we have some Grumpuses who choose not to eat bug snacks and stuff. So all varied levels of quests, basically.
Welcome, Scan.
All right, so we're
First
gonna
one
do.
here is
Yeah, go ahead.
Beffica. I'm sorry.
No,
And
that's right. You
Beffica-
said what I was gonna say.
Yeah, okay. And Beffica really wants kind of our tutorial girl. She wants us to take photos of every Bugsnax here. She has a little riddle for us, like what is her favorite Bugsnax? Well, you can find that out by going into her cave, where we stole the diary earlier.
Oh, I'm not that I'm. Even if I.
And something else that she does is she likes gossiping. She wants to know what other people do.
If you wham it, if you don't.
And that is the next quest.
Yeah, she wants to find out what Wambus is doing at midnight. So we go into her cave. We sleep in her sleeping bag to forward the time a little bit to midnight. And then we're gonna head back into Snacksburg where Wambus is and go see what he's up to.
Oh,
Which, it's probably something normal, middle of the night. Nothing strange. Or it's talking to a cactus.
Yeah. Oh, I would.
Whatever it is you need to do to get through the night.
hi.
It's scary out here in Snacksburg.
And we haven't spoken too much about Wambus, but he's definitely one of my favorite characters for just how to the point farmery he is.
Plus,
Yeah, one thing
Seer-
that was one thing I really like about Wambus, which I thought was really cool, is that they wanted to make this farmer character, but they didn't want to make him like the stereotypical like dumb, uneducated farmer. So he's a farmer, but he's very like smart and strategic too, which I really enjoy. So we have Beffica back, which means we have 3 of the Grumpuses back in town, and we're heading over to Simmering Springs here, and we're gonna get one more back and make a lot of progress on the second one.
Snacks, you.
And this is actually Floofty, who we're introduced to here, but we're not going to see until much later into the run.
This feet.
And you just get a random device where you can actually point
Very good.
which limp needs transforming, which is good for some questing, but it does make it so that I believe you're actually doing something where you can actually just spam and feeding it goes super fast, but now you actually have to actively choose what limp gets transformed.
Yeah, yeah. As before, like when we were feeding Filbo and Wambus, we would just feed, and then it would just assign it to a random limb, which is obviously faster. But now we'll have a second step where we'll feed, and then we have to choose the limb we want it to go to. Luckily, we can expedite it ever so slightly. For PlayStation, that's mashing the square button after you select the limb, which will allow you to get back into the overworld a little faster as opposed to just waiting for it to finish.
Of course, singing.
No.
So these two
but-
Grumpuses are the nicest. The first one here is, I keep forgetting his name,
Bramble.
I'm great.
Bramble, and he loves Bugsnax. He doesn't want to eat them ever. They're his friends.
Hmm.
See that Strabby?
Gramble might be one of my
That
favorites. I
bear's
really like
Sprout.
Gramble.
I've been training him to
I really
follow
want that
my point on
Straubby
his
hat to be
buggy
real,
ball.
like that he's wearing. I just want
We were
that.
in the middle of training. See if you can guide Sprout
All right,
back
so
here to
the
us.
game intends for you to lead that Straubby in a ball through like an extensive maze. However, if you can just point it at where roughly the maze is going to end, and then the Straubby will just complete it on its own. So it's actually completing the maze as we speak. While we're getting some other stuff done that we need to get done. So we needed a grape skeeta, which I just got. We also need a pineantula, which this Crabble's going to take care of for us. And then we're going, now that the buggy ball is done with the course, next thing it's going to do is head in there, and we're just going to let it do its thing while I talk to Wiggle and further her quest points as
Hello.
well.
Oh, I can. And by mute shade. Oh,
And turn in those 2 Bugsnax that we already got.
with a new. Oh, find me a.
There we go.
Wow. Mhm.
And the reason why we have the buggy ball going in this pipe is because there is an orange peel bug there, which we need. Whoops, switch to ketchup by accident. There we go. Did it really not fire? Okay, there we go. All right, so now we need to get 3 of those peel bugs for a quest for Gramble. But we also need to lead 2 Queebles over to Gramble without like capturing them and entrap. So that's what we're doing with this buggy ball covered in chocolate. Queebles really love chocolate. So we throw some chocolate on that ball, and then we lead it over here. They ran into each other, which is always frustrating. When they stick in the ground like that, that can be frustrating because then they end up throwing themselves off. Ideally, you want to get them without stopping. No, you get back here. Get back here. All right, let's take a long loop around. Oh, come on.
This is
Get away.
definitely problematic.
Yeah,
The thing
this
is, they
so
love
frustrating.
chocolate, but they hate seeing you.
Yeah, they get very afraid very easy,
I'm
and they
actually
also get afraid
surprised.
when they're also, the other one is digging in the ground. They're also a little bit afraid. So all right, there we go. Now it's fine. All right, we're good now. Once they get onto the stones, it's not really much that can happen that can ruin us here. All right, so now that they're up here, we can take care of the bulk of the quests. But yeah, that did not go particularly
He
well,
loves
unfortunately.
trouble. Anyway, please.
It could have been
I'm
worse, okay?
Yeah, it could have been worse. I'm actually gonna sleep till while Gramble was finishing moving over here, and that is because
Lucky
if I did not do that, what we're going to do next is head back into Snacksburg, and we're going to be talking to Filbo. And if I had not changed the time by sleeping, then Filbo would be asleep in his bunk, and he takes like 5 seconds to wake up when you want to talk to him. Not to mention it's a lot farther from this point, so we wanna make it so he's as close to us as possible and also not in bed.
You know what we...
Which this also mentions as well. This is the first of 4 parties we're gonna see in the run. Basically, every time we get 2 or 3 Grumpuses, there's gonna be a party at night, and then we just kind of do we kind of run through some more or less extended cutscenes. For example, all that we have to do there is talk to each of them, and then it's over. So,
Quote unquote parties.
yeah, parties. Yeah, as much of a party as you can have with just like 3-4 people. I'm grabbing some extra chocolate for later, but yeah, basically this is just an extended cutscene. So if we happen to have any donations, Daredevil, now's a great time for that as well.
You two probably have loads to talk
So
about.
actually, I would like
I
to
got
mention
nothing to say
that
to a guy
for this
like
Imerman Angels
Wambus.
Marathon, we actually have some prizes.
Ooh,
We have-
okay.
Yeah, we
Oh,
have
yeah?
prizes.
Well, go
We have
on and
5
say
shirts
it.
and 5
It's
track
your
jackets
fault we're in
from
this
Imerman
mess.
Angels as
If
those
you'd have let
prizes.
us eat your
Every
precious
time you
livestock,
donate
we could've kept
$20
together.
or more,
They
you get 1
weren't
entry into the raffle
livestock.
we will be conducting
They were
after
my
the
little
event.
ones, my
Of
kid.
course, all your
You
donations will
lied
be
and
going
stole
towards
them away
Imerman
because you
Angels.
can't grow food for yourself.
You think these walking vegetables are your
Who
family?
doesn't love
I
prizes?
got
Free merch, free gear.
Bugsnax will
Get those
never
donations
love
in.
you.
I'd love
I
having
love
this shirt.
prizes.
You don't know a thing
Yeah,
about love.
Shirts
Who
are
doesn't
good.
like
That's why your
prizes?
wife left you.
And it's for charity. Hey,
Exactly.
I'm gonna do violence to
let's-
you.
Let's all
Yeah,
take
that-
a breath here.
What a
Don't
wonderful
act like
line. I'm
you're
gonna
in
do
charge.
violence to
If
you.
you had the spine to lead us,
Yeah, so you can
everybody
see
would
the
still
reason
be
why
here.
this whole town is basically a ghost town. They don't really like each other.
Fine. All
They
y'all
had
gang
one
up on
leader
me,
in the
and
past,
don't make
but
me
the
wrong.
leader
You all want
we don't know
Trip
where
back
she
so
is.
bad? Go find her yourself.
Well,
Lisbeth,
oh hey, look here.
Mhm.
Oh come.
and
That's the.
yeah, they're a little bit. They're not on the best terms with each other. Philbo is trying as self-appointed mayor
Hey, all
to
right.
make it yeah, make everything okay, but he's not capable of it.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's trying his best, you know. It's his journey, you know. So when we were in Simmering Springs, we got Gramble to come back, but we needed to get Popticks for our friend Wiggle, which are not available until we get to this area, Scorched Gorge here. So we're going to be doing this area and then returning. Oh, I saw the Poptick instead of me. Get over here. Thank you. Oh, I just missed it. I was misaligned. Yeah, get over here. Get over here. Run into that door. There we go. Excellent. So we're going to have those Popticks popped for later, and then we'll come back and grab them. But then we're going to do some cheesing, for lack of a better term, if it lets me. There we go. Oh, no, it didn't make it. There we go. Let's do it on this side. Maybe. Nope. Okay. All right. Let's do it on this side. There we go. Come on. There we go. So what we're meant to do is launch a trap at them with a tool we're about to get. But instead, we can just let gravity do its thing. Oh, you
Lock
jerk.
gravity.
Those spuddies. All right. So we grabbed 2 cheap hoofs out of midair, basically, and then that Ribble Pea, which is just hanging out on the wall. They're going to be all important for later. This is Cromdo, who is basically like the used car salesman of Grumpus's.
If you know who Danny DeVito is, that's him.
Yeah, pretty much. So we're gonna do some Cromdo quests here. First, we're going to throw a rock there. And then we're gonna free up these windmills. All right, and then we're gonna do some more quick action here. So we're gonna throw this new tool with the lunch pad that we just got over here at our sweet frieder friend. Let the wind take care of that. Grab the trap. Then we're gonna go see our old friend the Spuddy. Oh, don't go that far. Come on, get over here. Get over here. Get over here. Turn back around.
Come on, Spuddy.
Yeah. Oh, almost got it. Almost got it. Go on. This way. This way. Open the wall for me. All right.
So close, even.
All right. Yeah. So we need to get one of these shy the Spuddy, of course, is in our way. So let's throw a trap over here, maybe. There we go. So we need to get that for later as well. And then we need one more cheap hoof, actually. So we're going to throw down our lunch pad here. Aim it at the cheap hoof in the sky. Grab it. Let me up the stairs. There we go. And then we're going to be turning in a couple of quests for Cromdo at once. So basically, he wanted to eat 3 cheap hoofs. So that's what we got. And then the next thing he's going to want is a sweet frieder, which we already captured. And the last quest for him actually involves getting bopsicles, rather. Jeez, cannot say it. Bopsicles. And we'll have to come back and finish that at a later time because we haven't seen any bopsicles yet. All right. So we got a second Ribblepede. We're gonna talk to Triffany here, who's another Grumpus that we want to come back. And then once we talk to her, she has a little bit of a cooldown. So we're gonna, while that cooldown's going down, we're just gonna throw a trap here. Believe me, there's a Ribblepede on the ceiling. You're just gonna have to trust me. And then I grabbed it. Triffany wants these Ribblepedes. Feed her those 3.
Ooh. Neat. So cool.
All right, so now she's running over to that cave we opened way earlier. So while she, oh god darn, I hate when that happens. So while she's doing that, I was going to capture that Poptick from earlier, but now I'm gonna have to do it a little bit later, which is fine. If you get too close, they just like to disappear.
Yeah,
I didn't.
well, get
did
too
not
close
think of
and they can't go anywhere else when they feel trapped. They just disappear. And these Popticks are really annoying to catch to start with, because first of all they need to be set on fire beforehand, and it's really awful to do with that fire breathing thing around it.
Yeah. Yeah, so they need to be set on fire, but also the Scorpenio up there likes to kill our traps. So we have to not only catch it, but we catch it fast before it shoots fire down. Luckily that was, you know, more or less harmless. But that actually is the completion of Triffany's quest.
Did you find? But if.
Which is good. And then instead of running all the way back, we can actually restart from save here, which saves us a little bit of walking time because we load right back on the entrance and just walk backwards. So not too terrible. And now, if you remember, we had to get some Popticks for our friend Wiggle back in Simmering Springs, so we're gonna run over there and get her to come back as well. Fun fact I always like to point out as well, the loading screen where Bugsnax pop up there, it pops up with the Bugsnax you've already caught. Some people don't realize that, but I think that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. So for those who, well, I've seen it a little bit, this game is like a good mix of Pokemon where you have to collect them all 100 of them. A little bit of Ape Escape, which is one of my favorite gaming franchises.
Yeah.
Digimon, with more like building the world, if you know Digimon World at least.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like a mixture of that into one fun package of bugs and snacks.
All right, and so here we are. This is actually the second party. I mean, again, as much of a party as you can call it, this is more of like a sit around a fire and tell stories. Unfortunately, I can't move from this. I can move around in like a circle, but I can't move from this spot. This is actually one of the longest parties and the one of the parties that we have the least amount to do in, unfortunately. So we basically have a very long cutscene here. If we happen to have any donations or plugs, incentives, or whatever we want to discuss, Daredevil, now is another great time.
Actually, before that, did you scare away the thing?
Probably just a while.
Oh no, I didn't. So if you folks want to see something fun, what is that? Oh, it's gone.
None but we, that is.
I too
Well,
saw
we'll see our friend later. Yeah.
Talk about something
Now
else.
you can go, Daredevil.
You know, the desert grumps.
Now that we've
they
scared
had
away
some
the thing,
odd
I would like
rituals.
to mention that
take
for
their
our next
golden
run,
diamond
Common
and
Rider, we
seal
do
it in
have
secret caves.
the let me just bring that up. We
What
have
have
the
it for?
playable character bid
Where the
war,
dead go
double versus
rise
O's.
from the grave.
And again, double is in the lead
Not
with
such.
$25,
It's
but
more
O's
the
is right
bodies
behind
would
it with
just
$20.
Disappear.
And then I would like to talk a little
The
bit
writing's kinda
about
vague,
the
sadly.
charity we are
All I
supporting
know
and their
is they had
process.
a rash of
The charity we are
vanishing
supporting
corpses.
is Imerman Angels,
long as
and
they were
through their
exposed,
unique
well,
matching
heck,
process, they
even
partner
if they buried
anyone
them in the
with any
sand,
cancer
the
type,
body
any
wouldn't be
age,
there the
any
next
gender,
day.
anywhere in the
Though
world
some
with
of the
someone
time,
just
there'd
like
be a
them,
little
a mentor
left.
angel.
Just a few
A mentor
bones.
angel is a cancer survivor or survivor's caregiver who has experienced the same type of cancer that can guide them, encourage them,
getting a
and
chill
support
because
them
the
through
fire's
this new
gone
world of
out.
unknowns.
Oh,
The
you're right.
program reaches across all 50
hey,
states
buddy,
in
would you mind picking
105
up some
countries
firewood?
and
It's over
over
by the mill.
145 plus cancer types. When a person is diagnosed with cancer, they are bombarded with information, fear of the disease, and all the unknowns to come. Family
Okay,
and friends may be
where
there to
were we?
support, but not everyone has the
Tiffany,
answers to the
you
most
were saying
burning
something
personal
about
questions
the
on their mind.
zombies?
Like, what is it like to date
no
after being diagnosed
zombies.
with cancer?
Listen,
What do I tell my
spooky as
kids
the
and my
disappearing
boss?
stiffs may be,
What does it feel
it's
like
just
when
a
they insert the
story I read on
chemotherapy
a
needle?
wall.
These
We've
are
got
questions
nothing
that a
to fear
mentor
from the
angel can
dead.
answer from their
I'm
own
more worried
experience.
about the living.
Imerman Angels free service fills the understanding gap in
Obviously, we're
comprehensive
not the
cancer
first
care
grumpuses to
by
make it to
providing a
snack
chance
food.
to ask these questions
what
through a
makes us
one-on-one
think all the
connection
others are
with
dead?
someone who has been there.
I've seen those chewed up skeletons around the island.
Yes, very
We all
very
know
wonderful
something
cause, a
kills
cause that's
grumpuses
very
out
near and
there,
dear
and
to
it has
myself as
teeth.
well as Riekelt, I'm sure.
Bugsnax
So
don't have
all these donations are
And like
wonderful.
Wiggle
Continue
said,
to get them in
there
for
aren't
such a
animals
great
out
cause. I
here.
know we've absolutely
Other
obliterated
than
what we
us.
assumed would be the
Right
total
about
of the
the
event,
bones.
but we'd love to continue to grow that
time
more
out.
and more.
Yes,
So
we'll come.
every little bit
Now
helps.
hold on. You saying grumpuses turn cannibal? That's ridiculous. We ain't
Yeah,
got
we
the
set a goal of
stomachs
like
for it.
$2,500, and then we met
Lifty
that
eats
the first
Grumpus.
day, and now we're at
Yep.
6,000.
No way that's true.
Yeah, way.
Oh, it's
I'd say way too fast, but it can't be
Late
fast
one
enough.
night, I saw
Yeah.
Fishty dragging
Such a
something along
wonderful
the boat.
cause.
When I got closer,
Agreed,
so
agreed.
it
And if you
was
need some
a
even
severed
further
leg.
incentive
And as I
for
watched, they held
donation,
it to their mouth.
if you want to donate, talk about
took a
what your
bite
your
out of
your favorite bug snack might be.
Don't mess with
If
my
I
head,
know it,
Beth.
I don't know all the.
You're gonna
It's
scare me
this is taking a
snackless.
page from Keys's book here, but I don't know if I know all the cries of all the bug
Is
snacks, but
somebody gonna
I'll try my
check
best.
on
If you want to hear me attempt to do a bug snack sound, I'll give it my all.
I mean, they mostly say their own name. Bunger, 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 bunger.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
bunger.
Bunger. Yeah, that's my favorite too.
Oh, hey,
Easily.
Huh? Are
I remember you saying the Jinx cry from your Pokemon Run at ESA.
Yes, yeah. That also is stolen really much
about
straight
that.
out of Keys's
What a
book. That was
mess.
the inspiration for
can we
that.
just
So
quit it with the spooky stuff? I don't think I'm gonna get any
I've seen
sleep.
Keys do it at many a
Darling.
GDQ. So,
Calm yourself. For I know.
but yeah. So all that's going on in this party. So as you can, it's also called Ghost Stories because basically it's meant to build up a little bit of suspense. That's why we saw that creature back there, and then we're telling ghost stories, telling scary stories. All that we do during this party is basically whenever we're given the ability to run, we run to a point and then return. And that's all we have to do. Luckily, they do give us some sticks to play around with here. I guess that's makes the time go by a little bit faster. I suppose you can light them on fire, you can throw them at people. Doesn't do anything, but they're there.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, they're there for your enjoyment, I suppose. But as you can see, so far we'll count here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
This
grumpuses.
story makes no
There are
sense.
a total
Why
of
would
12 that we
Bugsnax
need to
have
get
a
to
monitor?
return to Snacksburg.
Wham,
So
this is just the
we're
time.
about halfway in terms of the amount of
Bugsnax
grumpuses.
big enough to eclipse the
So just to
moon.
give you an idea
What
of
else
where
would you
we're at.
call that?
But this next batch will actually get a 2-for-1 special, and then we'll run over and finish Cromdo, who we already met. So that'll be pretty fun. We'll get 3 pretty quick.
Regardless of what sort of monster you believe in.
Wiggles thing is she likes to sing, by the way, as you can see. Pretty good voice, I'd say.
About that, it's pretty cool that every Grumpus has their own personality.
Mhm.
The green cactus over there. What's her name again?
Triffany.
Griffiny, thank you. She pretty much is a
Crumpet snacks.
like a scientist or an archaeologist. Is that the word?
Yeah, archaeologist, yeah.
Okay. Who else did we get new? Yeah, we got the artist,
No
and
need to
then the
freak
one
out.
that's
It's
that
probably
we're gonna
just
see in a little bit
Something safe.
also is like a personality, and in my opinion, the most likable Grumpus of the whole game.
You're scared.
I think
Don't
most
worry,
people
Grandpa.
agree.
We'll go check it
Yeah.
out.
If something goes wrong,
Yeah, we're
sacrifice
actually
Bilbo
we're gonna meet
first.
him right about now.
Yeah, I just like the big variety of casting that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, doing better. I know. Then me.
So this is Chandlo, who we're gonna get to see quite a bit more in just a few minutes here.
Catch you later, bros.
But for now, we're just gonna jump over some stairs. We're almost done with this cutscene. Almost done. It's very, very long. It's definitely the longest with the least amount to do, like I said. There are some that are similar in length, but at least we get to like run around a little
Don't
bit more
worry,
and have a
folks.
bit more freedom and have
I'm
some other tasks
fine.
to do. But Yeah, this one's literally just run, run back, run, run back, run back.
Oh, and the noise was just Chandler.
But yeah,
that's
yeah,
a
Gramble we talked about doesn't
So
like
that
eating
settles
Bugsnax, so he's kind of like a
Things are good
pacifist
and safe
personality.
and warm.
Wiggle is like
Right.
all about fame.
What if Chandler
We talk about
was
Wambus
the queen of
farmer, Triffany,
Bugsnax?
archaeologist.
Oh, please. That brute doesn't
Befka
have the grace
loves gossip,
required
and then
for
Philbo's
royalty.
just kind of like the
Yeah.
bumbly
If anybody's
leader
queen around
of the
here, it's me.
the types, but doesn't
You know, the
hasn't
Desert
gone
Grumps
into
had a
his
history
leadership
of
role yet, but he's on his
matriarchal
way.
leadership. Real fascinating system they had. Every year, the ladies would go hunting, and the one to bring home the biggest
All right.
Bugsnax was
So
the
with
new head
another
honcho.
party completed, it unlocks a new area for us, which is great. This one is called Sugar Pine Woods, which is one of my favorite to execute. It's there's a lot of fun tech here that I like to do.
For sure, and also looks really happy to be, like it's inviting you to be there.
That worked out, except I got hit by the honey, but that's fine. Come on.
That is amazing.
There we go. Oops. Oh no, no, darn. There we go. Oh, there we go. So we're catching a lot of Bugsnax up front, basically. We caught, so what we did, there was a lot there. I was focused a little bit, so that's why I went quiet for a second. But what we did was I threw down my lunch pad. Then I waited for a Quookie to run across it. While the Quookie was running across it, I launched it at a honeybee above, which gets them to stick together. I threw down a trap to catch the two of them at once. However, another honeybee flew in, and I was able to capture that as well, which is great because I needed to get two anyway, 2 honeybees. So it actually saved me a little bit of time there. Unfortunately, I also got honeyed by the third one, so it slowed my walking speed down. But
What is your?
no, we were able to get it, and then we also
text.
captured 2
Here,
snails,
take
the one
my
on top
newest
of the rock, and
invention,
then I
the snack
jumped over
rocker. I
some
built it
rocks
so that I
as
could
well
help
to
Chandler
get
with
there.
his basketballing
The second
problem.
one, and then
But
we
I-
have a new gadget here as well.
I gotta say, all these threats we're doing, I've been out of the game for like 2 months, and I'm just seeing a lot of new stuff.
Well, that's good. At least it's staying fresh for you, even, which is great.
You're playing basketball? There's a hoop above you, you know that?
Yeah. I don't like to play by the rules though. Is the thing.
Okay.
I like
okay.
I like to make my own rules when it comes to basketball.
True, you're a speed man.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna capture that third snail and then grab it with the trap there. All right, so now
I better check it out. I know.
Chandler wants to get one of the snails in him, and he's gonna walk back. There is a way we can super launch ourselves up the way we came, but if you mess it up, it loses a bunch of time. So we're just gonna take it a little bit more safe here, and we're gonna grab this other tool while you can see he's walking back there. And then we're gonna feed him some more of the snacks that we've caught so far.
Whoa. Yeah.
And then the 2 honeybees we caught all the way back then at the beginning of this area.
Whoa.
And that's basically Chandler's side done, but we also have to convince Snorpy to come before anything else happens. So we have to do Snorpy's
anyway,
quest as
I
well,
am
which we're
here.
gonna do now.
Alright, you got hugged.
Oops,
Now
press the wrong button. There we
What,
go.
you have it?
Yeah, Snorpy likes to hug, which is very nice.
Why my?
There we go. He wants his teeth to be cookies, and then now he wants some charmallows, which only come out at night. So we're gonna do some sleep here.
But now.
And then another cool thing that we get to do for execution, cool strats here. So we're gonna throw a tripwire there. We're gonna hit this popsicle with some chocolate. While that's going on, now the charmallow fell into the water, so we're gonna grab that. Where's the charmallow? Where'd it go?
You got the radio working? Let's put some jams on!
I don't know where it went. I'll have to find another one, which is fine. I'll get these popsicles while I'm thinking about it. I don't know where. So what we aim to do there is that we run the charmallow into the popsicle, which extinguishes the oh, there it is, of course. Extinguishes the charmallow, but also makes the popsicle melt, which we need as well. So we're gonna do a little bit of the same process here, hopefully. Don't need the bopsicle, but we do need the charmallow. Come on,
Yeah, so
hit it.
This is a new, pretty annoying feature of all the Bugsnax. Some of them are on fire, some of them are on ice, and you either need fire or water or opposing Bugsnax to touch each other.
Yep.
We,
So
make all of them catchable.
yep, the challenge increases here. Oh, yeah, that was weird. I had no idea. Did you see it? Did I just like walk by it stupidly? I did not.
I think I saw it for a little bit, but only like I don't blame you for missing that.
Yeah, that's
Not
all
at
right.
all.
That's all right. We didn't lose too much time there. Maybe like 30 seconds or so. Not terrible. Marathon stuff. It's always got to happen, right?
For sure, but fortunately it's like only a small thing.
Yeah. Luckily, there's another Charmello and Bopsicle up the top, so we're gonna run over back to our friend Cromdo and finish him up. Now we've got some Bopsicles to finish his quest.
So another thing that wasn't as clear is that we had this one like big Bopsicle, and by destroying it, we got two smaller Bopsicles. So technically, Cromdo wants. Oh, it actually says Bopsicles or big Bopsicles now. That's new.
Yeah. I think that's probably one of the recent patches, if I had to guess.
Yeah, it only said big Bopsicles, but he takes both. He just wants to. Doesn't matter if it's a biggie or a smallie.
So same thing here. We're actually gonna sleep till noon again as well. Unfortunately, so before we were able to actually like skip that dialogue from Cromdo, that second dialogue, but we also need to forward the time so that again people are not sleeping, because it actually, even though we have to take that little bit extra dialogue, it's still faster to sleep than it is to go and wake up Filbo, because it is just that slow to wake him up. This is the third of our parties, which has us basically what we're gonna do. Some stuff is going down, for lack of a better term. The island seems to be, under attack. Mysterious goings on are happening.
I thought it was a grumpus at
And
first.
what we're
Something about it.
go ahead.
This is an actual quote-unquote party.
Yeah,
Was this creature wearing
an actual party. Yeah, now we're getting some more people. We got Chandler and Snorpy and Cromdo back, and then what it wants us to do mechanically is it wants us to go around the island and find 6 clues.
It turns into a bunch of
You can actually do 3 and maybe 4 of the clues in advance. The 4th one is right behind Gramble here, so it's all based on your location. So it's a little tough to get the 4th one. Usually you don't, unless you're like lined up really well. But I can't move. I can't move my feet here. You can just see my shadow. But you are able to get at least 3 of the clues in advance while this cutscene is playing out, which saves us a bit of time.
I seen it too, and this time I know it's not just one of my nightmares.
We got time for a donation?
Oh yeah, throw it on.
I can't.
All right, we have
Not with all y'all
$20
around
from
here
Steve
with your
TV
hungry
Online.
mouths.
The end is nigh.
Don't take this
Our
the wrong way,
doom
darling. You are a
approaches.
bit high-strung.
You are gonna see exactly what Steve is talking about soon. Thanks for that donation, Steve. He's a wonderful member of my community, one of my mods as well.
I saw that he
say that
donated during
again.
the previous party, so it's a little bit late, that donation.
That's all right.
There's no
That's
need
all right.
for
They all
that.
count in Bugsnax.
Yeah.
What Grandma
No,
and
they do,
Bethika are
they do.
saying is true.
doom
There's
is upon
gotta be
us.
some physical
Yep.
evidence left behind.
You'll see exactly who. We're gonna see that character very soon. Not yet, but coming up.
Good idea.
All right, so
Buddy, do you
let's
think we
finish
can scope out
our.
the restroom, find out what
Did I
they
get that
saw?
one? No, there we go.
With one of them, right?
Yeah. There we go. There we go. So now we actually already have all 6 clues that we're able to move. And then this one is just, so that's actually the extent of the movement for this one. Like I could literally just put my controller down for a few minutes here while the rest of the cutscene plays out.
Some other explanation.
They're just gonna talk for a while. But to give you a count as to where we are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 12 now. So we only need 3 more to return. 3 more to return.
Animal.
It's no we got Cromdo, who's new.
Witnessing the
Cromdo's new.
Used car salesman.
She's giving us a
Chandlo, the
that is absurd.
like
Which is more
the
likely,
quarterback from high school.
Unseen giant Bugsnax politely left a
Often
note
referred
on
to as a
our door?
himbo. I hear that a lot in my chat. they call
Himbo,
Chandler,
okay.
yeah, himbo.
What's more
Smart but
likely,
kind. I mean,
dear, is that you've
kind
watched
but
far
dumb,
too
but
many
also
movies.
like handsome.
At least my theory has scientific
That
data
too.
behind it.
And
Yeah.
Snorpy, who is the nerd
I
scientist.
was top of the charts, thank you.
Also,
Whoa.
Complot
You know what? Let's
theory
split the
thinker.
difference, huh?
Mhm.
You're both wrong.
Into the conspiracies.
even
Yeah, he
matter?
thinks the
Whatever
Grumpinati
it
is
it
after
wants
him.
us dead.
Between this and the earthquakes, Snacksburg's becoming pretty
Which we
unlivable.
won't get to see.
I hate to
There's
say it,
actually a
bro,
small
but I regret
post-credit
coming down from the
dialogue
mountain.
sequence
Me and Snorpy
in this
were a
game, which
lot
we won't get to
safer
see,
before
obviously.
we came back.
But
Same goes
it
for me and
it
my
hints that the
little ones.
Grumpinati may in fact be real and might
we
tease some
shouldn't split up again.
sequel stuff
Better
going
off if
on.
we're
So
all here together.
hopefully that
That
means
might
they're
have been
gonna
true
do a
when
Bugsnax
Lizard
too,
was
because I'll be
around.
aboard
Those days
for sure.
long gone.
You don't know that. She might come back.
yeah, she might
Don't
come
hold your
back.
breath, pal.
You
Face
never
it,
know.
Bobo. If
Yeah,
that
one thing
is
that's
work,
cool
all
too
have
is we
is
get a
you.
lot of different
That's-
types of nerd, which I think is also pretty cool. Like
Listen,
Triffany is an
why
archaeologist, which is like
Lizbert
one
put
kind
me
of
in charge,
scientist,
but
and
I do
then
know this.
Snorpy is like
None of
he's
you are
like
really
an
happy
engineer
out
of
there
sorts.
alone.
He builds traps. He's like
We
he
don't
uses
have
his mind to
Lizbert,
build things
but
basically. And then
we have
Floofty, who we
each
met near
other.
the beginning, is like an
Maybe
experimental
if we
kind of
try,
scientist. Like
we could all have
they
it
like
Scientist,
to
biologist.
yeah, likes to try out
Guess you're
different
not
things. Really
wrong.
curious about like the biology of
So,
Bugsnax and
we're
how
all
it
staying in
affects
town, then?
grumpuses and stuff like that.
Seems like it.
So
As long as we
we
can watch
get a
each
lot
other's
we get a
backs.
lot of cool
If we're
science
gonna
nerd
make it,
types,
we need everybody here. Floofty and Shelda are
which I
still
think is
out there.
pretty neat.
And who knows if they're safe?
A lot of unique
You
personalities.
must find Floofty. According to the tracking device I placed on them, they're out by Boiling Bay.
Yeah, and then
Last
since
time I
we have
saw
3 more
Shelda,
grumpuses there, that
she
means we
was
have some more
meditating in the
areas to
sizzling
unlock as
sands.
well. But as you can
Don't
see,
forget
if you're
about
kind of
Agapet.
keeping up with where we are in
She's
our
not
home
with
world,
Lizbert.
we
We
went
gotta
straight
find her.
already, we went left already, we went
We
right
will,
already.
Chandlo.
So there's not like any
And
more
once we do,
paths.
we'll throw a
So
big
we get a
welcome
little
back
bit
party. How
creative
does
where
that
we
sound?
have to start entering areas for
Okay.
that have
Great.
other areas
Now,
past
let's
them.
go get some sleep.
Remember that bridge that we bought from keep forgetting his name, Cromdo.
Cromdo, yeah.
So the moment you step on that, it breaks like immediately. No, actually, not even that. Like just after getting it, it breaks immediately. So Chandlo was kind enough to repair the bridge, and now we can go to the area behind the current area.
Yep, that's correct. And he wants to, Chandler wants to talk to us about it, but we skip around him just a little bit so we don't have to hear his dialogue sequence. And now we enter a new area called Scorched Gorge, which also has a lot of fun tech, but can also be pretty annoying. So we'll see how it goes. One thing that is cool about it is that we're basically doing all of the quests up front, and then we turn them in all at once, which is I think interesting. So we're gonna launch that praying Picantis into the lake, because one thing we have to do is extinguish 2 of them, or destroy 2 of them rather, which they get destroyed by being, you know, put into water since they are flaming.
And don't you worry, like they get destroyed, but they are actually 3 different Bugsnax in one.
Yeah, darn, didn't wait enough. Come on back, friend. Come on back.
Yeah, and another task here is to crack 2 eggs open, and you need fire for that.
Come on. Come on, friend. Into the water. Yeah, and honestly, if they're angry enough, they'll just come at you anyway, and then they just walk into the water just like that. We're gonna grab some hot sauce, which will be important for later. We're gonna throw down here and here. So that cracks open that egg for us. Don't run. Yeah, that's what we don't want. This is called a buffalocust here. We don't want it to run straight into that egg because then it just knocks itself back. But this is fine. All right, so we're gonna do some very interesting things here. All right, so we need to lead this black raspy all the way through this like maze type thing, but there's these enchiritos who love to give us a hard time. Oop, okay, you went over to this one. That's fine. Where'd it go? Come on. There we go. There we go. Come on, friend. Come on, friend. Yeah, the Black Raspberry gets very scared of these enchiritos, so it gets a little bit tough. You have to be a little bit strategic. That was interesting. I've never seen that before. Just like bounced itself off the bush there. I've seen it run into the bush plenty of times, but like bounced it, which was interesting.
Yeah, that's new for me as well.
Yeah, maybe this new patch was a little bit more... Oh, did you run all the way back? Come on now. That's unnecessary. It's just a little scared is all. Oh, I ran... Oh, come on. Once you go into the water, the chocolate rubs off. Come on, get up there. There we go. Now we should be good. Get up there. There we go. So now we had to get it all the way there, basically. And then grab the cheese. So that's actually all the quests that we have to do for this area. Now we just turn them into our friend Shelda here. Oops.
Hey, Shelda. Shelda's like a cult leader.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah, kind of like she's like a very like metaphysical, you know, very spiritual, but kind of like also in like a scammy way.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And then we actually get to unlock a nice secret. Oops, nice secret here to go over to the last area, which is called Boiling Bay. Nice secret area there.
I mean, only the pathway secrets. Like, this is like, yeah, it connects like how this one is behind the desert area. This Boiling Bay is actually behind the beach area that we went in at the start of the run.
Yep.
Or relatively short. So I really hope that you're having better luck with this noodler than I have.
Oh, I won't be. I've never had this happen before, actually.
Oh,
usually I usually have no problems with the noodler, but we're gonna have to lead it outside now. Where are we? Come on.
So obviously, as you can see, this thing is on fire, and we need either water or something icy to douse it.
Luckily, it took so long that we're fine now. Oh, never mind. Are we? There we go. There we go. All right. Yeah, we that was interesting, but we got through it.
And I'm guessing you're going for the red banopper now?
Yep. Oop, you hit my trap. Got the red banopper at least.
So, pretty interesting about the coconuts. The coconuts split into two different Bugsnax. The lesser, the greater Kokomite and the lesser Kokomite. But they're all great in my art.
Yeah, another great one, honestly.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got the things that we need here.
What's for now? Intriguing.
Alright, so we're going to... We now unlock another skill here, which is that we can target limbs and change them based on snacks they've eaten in the past. Not going to be super relevant,
Use this.
but it's relevant for finishing this Floofty quest.
Unbelievable. Oh, neat.
Alright, and then now we just gotta turn, no, not Coconut, there you go.
Make a party out of her?
Yeah. Yeah, make a party out of them, yeah. And that is done.
No matter. Oh, will I?
Got a little bit trolled there by not only the Kokomites but the Bopsicle that likes to get in our way there. So, but we got him. We got it done eventually. And the good thing about restarting from save here is it restarts from whatever door you entered the area from, not always just like the main door. So because I restarted the checkpoint there, it starts at the secret passageway door as opposed to the main area door, which saves us a little bit of time in terms of walking. But we got Shelda and Floofty to return, so we only have one more area that we need to go to in order to get this done, which the area is called Frosted Peak. Kind of the inverse of this place. But before we do that, we're gonna talk to a bunch of Grumpuses, do some interviews. We kind of neglected to mention, but we are a Grumpus as well, and we are not only just a Grumpus, we're a journalist. We actually come to this island to see what's going on with Bugsnax and the people that live here, and interview them and kind of learn about their story. So that's the whole reason why we're here in the first place. So naturally, as a journalist, we need to do some interviews. So that's what we're going to do. Additionally, as well, so when Triffany first arrives back, Triffany and Wambus are married. And when Triffany first arrives back, there's this cutscene that you're meant to do. But I've saved it until now specifically. So that I can talk to Wambus right away as soon as I enter the area, basically.
Well, though.
And then we quickly knock out an interview with Wambus here. So basically, our goal here is, so as you can see, we have a long list of questions. And basically, our goal is to choose the options that are fastest to get through the interview at the the fastest speed. So it's all about learning just what choices are the fastest for your interview. And it changes based on each person too.
Got time for a donation?
Yeah, sure.
We have $5 from Iggy Zig. Hi, Conception. Can I get your hot take on Scoopy Banoopy? Thanks for the opinion and thanks for the run, Art.
Scoopy Banoopy is very good. I also just really like Scoopy Banoopy because who doesn't love a good banana split? Just like generally speaking, very very good.
Banoopy. I'm not.
Yeah.
You're wait. I'm
Scoopy Banoopy.
Oh,
I don't even know. We don't have to do anything with the Scooby Banoopy in the speedrun, so it's been a while since I've even heard what they say. So hopefully we did it justice there for you. But yeah, just more of a cold take than anything, I guess. But very good bugs.
Excellent.
All right, and we only need to do one more interview. So you might be wondering why we have to do these interviews anyway. Like, what does it accomplish for getting to the end game? And these particular interviews that we do are very important because they give us clues that unlock like the end area, basically.
There's a map of where everything is. There is 2 pieces of the same paper that tells you how to solve the puzzle.
Key. Well, one of them is locked in a diary, but you need a key for it, so you have to get the key for the diary too.
Stashed a journal in the ruins for safekeeping.
There's one other thing, but I forgot what.
So from these 4 interviews, we get the key, the diary, the map, and then one of the pages. The second page we actually picked up off the ground right before. Right after we finished talking to Floofty. So now we're back in Sugar Pine Woods. As you can imagine, Frosted Peak is just past Sugar Pine Woods, continuing with the area past another area. Formula here. But here we are going into Frosted Peak, and we're going to see I guess technically the second to last Grumpus that we'll see in the that's on Snacksburg, which is their name is Eggabell. Grab some peanut butter here, and then we're going to agitate this Mount Sodi so it gets close to us. Frame drop is going to be here. That's just how the game works. Oh, actually, maybe they patched that. Okay. Usually there's a big frame drop there for me. So maybe they patched it recently, so that's good. All right, we just got to mash through all that text there, and that's Eggabell.
Just go in.
Eggabell is actually the partner of Lizbert, who is the person that we're that kind of started this whole deal. Oops. Snuck right under me, eh? Come on back around. This actually doesn't really lose us any time because we have to wait for Eggabell to get around anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
We've always been waiting for, like, on a good run, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so not too bad still. So we had to get, so we got a Mount Sodi, and then a Flutter Jam, and then the Chippy.
Okay, well, there's some.
And the reason being is we have these 3 statues that, well, there's actually 6 statues, but what Eggabell says is you take care of half of them and we'll take care of the other half. And what that means is we have to catch a Bugsnax that matches that statue and then put it in the statue in order to help unlock this door.
No, the more I can't. I'll wait.
So we grabbed those 3 because they're the 3 fastest to grab, and then you know, Eggabell takes care of the rest. So there you go. Now we're not done with Eggabell, even though we're leaving this area. We actually have to go all the way back to Snacksburg, talk to Filbo, and then get Filbo to come up to Frosted Peak to help with opening this large door that we were just in front of. There's Filbo.
Hello, Tiffany.
There we go. And then now, luckily, the game is merciful and it warps us directly back to the Frosted Peak. And then the game is immediately not as merciful because we get a long sequence here where we have to walk to the door behind these 2, but we can't run. So this is literally as fast as we can go. But
whatever you do, don't.
It's so good to see you.
Actually, you don't have
I can't
weapons
believe
right
you've
now.
been up here all this time. You're
No, yeah,
there's, yeah, there's a second time you can do this,
Right.
and
Soft little
for
Eggabell,
funsies,
you
I was like,
was
Filbo, I hate you. I'll
Yeah,
shoot
you
ketchup
really
in your face,
came
and then
out
he
of your
just stopped
shell,
and killed my run.
Hey,
I've
so
never tried
why
that.
do you want my help?
So that's good
I
to
would
know.
have
I'll
asked
never
Chandler.
try it in the future.
Chandler's got Snorpy to worry
You're
about.
welcome.
Maybe,
Besides,
hopefully, maybe they
been
fixed that by
following
now.
Liz around
But
for
yeah,
years.
I'm not gonna chance it. So
Follow her around?
Don't.
Uh-huh. Point is,
so yeah,
I
we
know
cut a couple corners now in front of them.
Since I need 3 grumps, you might as well be one of them.
But it doesn't save any time, honestly. It's just for fun.
Liz thought,
Oh.
So we're gonna try to get through
Right.
this door here.
we need to stand
Unfortunately,
here,
we're gonna
here,
fail.
and here.
It's
On
not gonna
3,
work with the all the information we have so far. We have to do one
This is it.
last thing, which
Ready?
is let Eggabell kind of figure
1,
out the code.
2,
So what we do in the
3.
meantime after this is we actually do our 4th and final party. After we get through this cutscene, of course.
Hey,
no.
That door did not want to be opened.
I was being.
Not yet,
She got.
but it will be.
Don't be. Please.
I couldn't. And that's.
Phil.
All right,
I
and
need
just
to
wait for
beg,
that.
thank you.
Great. So now we gotta walk back. Weirdly, we reload the save. We're gonna walk back to Snacksburg, and Filbo's already gonna be there waiting for us, even though we're the one doing warps and stuff here.
Filbo is a true speedrunner. He should be on top of the leaderboards.
That's right. See, when we're going up there, so using the launch pad, there's actually something else that we can do that we call super launch, which is basically if you time it exactly right, where you're basically you throw the launch pad in front of you, and then you launch yourself at a very specific time, then you can actually like super launch yourself.
Wow. This part.
But I'll try it on the way back.
This is.
Well, we're currently in the past of the point of no return. Like, this is the end game, generally, and it's an actual party right now.
Yeah, we actually have a party.
We actually have to make everyone happy. Everyone has like this little thing you need to do.
I should chug this snack
Yeah,
water.
basically our goal is we want everybody to dance around the fire, and everyone has like a little thing they need to do to make that happen. So like Shelda, you have to explode that orb over the top of her with the confetti. Beffica, you have to change it to a very specific song. Ooh, I forgot to grab the cup. Couple of them need some liquid courage, like Wambus. So we're gonna give him a cup, even though we already threw that cup.
Yeah, Snorpy wants to talk to his boyfriend privately.
And now that Wambus has apologized to Gramble, Gramble's feeling happier. Wiggle also wants some liquid courage, so there you go.
It looks really weird with her popcorn hands.
Yeah.
You're excellent. As you
All right, and then Triffany and Floofy are going to talk about, you know, the science of dancing, more or less. Oops.
Cromdo just wants to sell all of his free beverages.
Yep.
Oh. So you fast.
And so while
I'm all talked to.
Snorpy is heading over to Chandler, we can take care of Cromdo, and these are going to be the last two. This is definitely the most fun party of the four. You get the most to do. But then, as with the other parties, after you do all of your action here for the party, it's just a cutscene until you get to move again. So we're going to get up here. But, you know, throwback to my friend Steve TV Online's donation here, where he said, "Our end is nigh, the doom approaches." You're about to see why he said that.
We did it, buddy. We're all together again. Well, almost all of us.
Once it lets Philbo stop talking.
You know what?
Here.
Knowing Agabella's out there gives me hope that Lizbert is out there too. I mean, none of this would have been possible without you, buddy. I know you have to go back for your job eventually, but I'd sure miss you if you left. And well,
there
you
we
still
go.
need to interview Lizbert, right? So
our end is nigh.
What?
So yeah, like we said, Shelda is kind of like the metaphysical Grumpus, but also kind of like our prophet slash fortune teller type. And then now we just have another long cutscene. So if we have any plugs, donations, incentives, anything we want to do, now's a great time.
I know this looks bad, but as long as we keep calm.
Well, one thing I do want to say while we have this awesome real party going on is thank you all for helping Imerman Angels make more meaningful matches to help guide and encourage those facing cancer. As we can all imagine, cancer is an incredibly difficult journey to bear, and no one should have to go about their journey alone. Because of you and your donations, they won't have to, because you are providing them a mentor angel along their side. Are you ready to take this event to the next level? Prove to the world how impactful the speedrun community really is? Do you think we can double the original goal? Triple it? Let's do it. Let's keep this event strong for each and every person who needs the strength to continue their fight against cancer. Let's go, Twitch chat.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm charged up. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, if I actually might kidnap or take the microphone hostage for a little bit.
Sure, go ahead.
3 years ago, January 2018, I actually got diagnosed with leukemia, APL, for those who know a little bit about it. And it was not a fun period in my life. For the next 5 months, I was mostly in a hospital, also some days at home, but that's good. And yeah. Let's say that I definitely went through it with all the help from my friends, relatives, and well, most highly my girlfriend, who, well, they were all there for me, and it was just such a good thing. And yeah, no one has to go through their cancer treatment alone. So definitely shout out to the Imerman Angels for doing what they do. I didn't know about them. And if I knew, I definitely would have knocked on their door and said, "Hey, what can you mean for me?"
The worst is yet to come.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Yeah, it's just great. Yeah, because I mean, you know, some people, like you mentioned, you were lucky to have your family, your girlfriend, your loved ones around you, and some people have to go through this entirely alone. So having an organization like this is just so important. Can't really emphasize that enough. So, and of course, our donations are what helps fuel that process.
Well, what are the rest of us supposed to do while
let's like Daredevil said, let's show them what speedrunners can do and fans of speedrunning can do.
Well,
and then they say gaming is good for nothing.
I want to know what's out there.
Exactly.
No worries, Beth. I'll build a couple bonfires. Maybe
but yeah, we are almost through this cutscene. I promise it's almost over. We will get to see Cromdo get splattered with some sauce here in a second, which is one of my favorite parts. So I'm actually just going to zoom in on his face. Just get ready for it.
Practical threats. You know, the earthquakes, the
It's coming.
volcanoes, and what have you.
Simple. We find a way to get off the ground if the need arises.
That's one point.
Matters if I
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
We got my sauce.
Blah.
No way, pal. I ain't gonna chow down on that nasty plant goop.
All right, here we go.
Chocolate Cromdo.
No more concerns? Great. Let's get to it then.
Chocolate Cromdo sounds like it'd be a delicious candy bar, to be honest. I'd eat a chocolate Cromdo. All right, so we're basically more or less at the end game sequence here. All right, let me see if I can do one of these super launches. I'm not good at them at all. Nope. That's why I don't try them.
Yeah, they're a bit easier to do on PC.
Yeah, they're
I can do them.
Yeah, I'm only able to do them ever so often. They're really difficult to do.
It'll be ready for you.
So I usually don't even try to do them in runs, because if you mess them up, it not only you don't get that time save, you lose time because you'll either just launch straight up in the air, which is slow, or some weird effect will happen. So I just I'd rather stay consistent and just not worry about it
How
at all.
about water? Let me check your vitals.
No, I'm okay. Besides, we're almost there.
But for reference, so this
But
for
in the future,
the
you
console
can't
record,
do
which is
some
on RTA
exercise,
time, because
or just
we
hang
don't
out
have
with
like a
J-Lo.
load remove or anything. So the world record for this category on console is an hour 12, and the world record for any percent on console is I think it's 16:23 now, or something like that, 16:28, something around there. So basically, what happens is everything that we've done up to this point, from the beginning of the game until basically now, is done in any percent in about 6 minutes.
I guess even the great Elizabeth
So
Megan
we're
can
about
still
we're an
make
hour and
mistakes.
change into the run.
Nobody's
There's
perfect, right?
about an hour of save from the any
Okay, I'm
percent
ready when you
category.
are.
But from this point forward, after we pass through the door, any percent in this category are exactly the same. There's nothing different about it at all. So any percent just skips all of that stuff, gets to this loading zone early, and then we actually, instead of having to like find the code and everything through the door, we actually just clip through the door. But once we're in this area, which is called the Undersnacks, it's exactly the same at this point forward.
What is this thing?
Shout out to remember all the way back at the beginning, well, not the beginning of the run, in like the middle-ish section of the run, we turned around to see that scary monster and it just ran away. That was that monster. The snack squatch, exactly.
What is this stuff? Ugh, it's
And I also don't know exactly what we're walking in right now. As you can see, the walls are coated with food, but I'm gonna hope this is like juice,
If Lizbert is really down here, we better find her fast.
because I don't really exactly know what this is supposed to be, but we're gonna say it's juice and nothing else weird.
Hopefully it's just a giant leaky can from one of the Bugsnax.
Yeah.
Let them.
And then this is the queen of Bugsnax.
Yeah. All of the little Bugsnax on the sides are completely random and are different every time. Funny enough.
You came.
That's
Also funny enough, so like we said, any percent skips, like we skip a whole bunch of loading zones and all of that. And this game got to do one of the IGN dev reacts to speedrun videos that they do occasionally.
I made them.
And it's been hinted at that there's some way that we can cut this section of the game out somehow, or clip through a wall or something. It's been hinted at, but we don't know how, and we still don't know how. And that was all the way back in like December. They told us that the devs kind of hinted at it, and we still don't know how to get through it. But we're trying. I think all we've discovered so far is that if we can clip through any wall or the floor, it's just the loading zone is entirely around this room. So as long as we can get through some geometry somehow, then we would be able to skip it, but we just don't know how. We know how to get up on these ledges on the left and right of us, but that's about it.
what?
Hey, don't worry.
We both.
Okay.
Time to get moving. Get back to Snack
All we
Food.
know is how to get
Going
on
to
the
have to take
left and the left. That's all we know.
All right, so now we're in Flavor Falls here. Philbo's on the ground again, but we don't actually need to talk to him. You can just run by him. Oh, jeez, come on. There we go.
Just like any percent every time.
Yep. Usually we make that jump a lot cleaner, but that's fine. And then we're back in Garden Grove. Throwback. You know, it's not looking as good as it did before, but oop, I missed the jump.
Get back to
Jeez.
Snacksburg as fast as we
2
can.
jumps.
We can't let the others
That's
eat
right.
any more Bugsnax.
So what we can do, if you remember all the way back when we were doing Triffany's quest, I was like scaling the treetops as opposed to jumping down and then walking back up. I was just attempting to do that again, but I missed the jump ever so slightly, so I didn't even land on the fence. And this is what we call the gauntlet. If you want to explain a little bit about what the gauntlet is.
Great.
Okay, so we haven't been following the lore that well, but the Bugsnax are now not our friends,
As for you, you may need my snack
and they're somewhat
like the snack
attacking
trap if it was set
us
to-
while we're trying to get out. Like the ship that we got on is pretty much fixed now, and now we need to help everyone. So every little gauntlet piece is a mini game revolving around one of our 6 gadgets that we have. The first one is a snack trap that we have, and we need to destroy the Bugsnax. Well, there's not really a way to fail all of these, but there is a way to speed everything up, and hopefully we'll see most of those threats.
Not enough.
I hope so.
Ah, but here comes someone with a
Yeah,
healthy
the second one here is the hook shot that we
Take this
had
device and
earlier.
clear a path for us.
And instead of a hook shot, it now has a punching glove on it. And we need to punch all of these Bugsnax, and I can see that you're already set up to pretty much defeat them on first frame. Oh, that's even better.
There we go. Oh, that one's not great. Let's see if that gives me problems. No, okay, we're good. That's fine. We can do that ever so slightly faster. So basically what we do is when the Picantuses are charging at us, we want to punch them directly into Shelda and Floofty as much as we can. If we land it directly, they'll just like disappear instantly, like they ate the entire snack before it exploded. But it's pretty precise. But what can happen occasionally, and we've had there's a patch recently, so I don't know if they fixed this whatsoever at all. But when the Picantus explodes there, it can explode. It obviously explodes into multiple Bugsnax, and some of the Bugsnax can get like trapped in the walls and geometry around it. So we can't destroy them, and we just have to wait for them to like disappear on their own, which is very slow. Luckily, that didn't happen. I was afraid it was going to, but it didn't happen.
So while you really can't fail all of these, I'm sorry, I'm speaking for you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you can, however, like lose Grumpuses in here. Like if they fully eat off the Bugsnax, they kind of will not take place on the final part of the game. They're pretty much missing in action.
Yeah, it's very difficult to do that. You mainly can really only do it in like a casual play, maybe like 100% run, because even if you failed every minigame to its full completion, but they were mostly still Grumpuses, like you didn't feed them snacks during the game, like while you're playing it, it's very difficult for them to turn full Bugsnax, even if you just fail every game. So you kind of have to preempt it as well with just like having fed them a bunch of snacks before this.
You'd honestly have to like want to fail on purpose.
I'm gonna focus on this section. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the most terrible one. So you have these cheddar poops and the other things that I forgot what they were called.
Grape mosquitoes.
Grape mosquitoes. Thank you. They all have like the same pattern all the time. So. And the game actually wants you to like aim on them itself. That's generally not better than just like aiming at a set spot and shooting yourself, timing all of that. So all of these barrels, they do explode with some area of effect damage. That's why the timing is real important.
Really? That didn't hit. Okay.
Other than that one, you've been doing great so far.
Yeah. Ah, jeez.
Yeah, this was real annoying back in the day when we didn't have a setup for this.
Yeah, it could go a lot cleaner than that. That was a little bit bad, but that's fine. We got through it. If you position it very carefully, you basically just clear all waves as soon as they spawn, and then that last wave that has 5, so it has the 3 grape Skeetos and the 2 Cheepoofs. You take care of the 3 grape Skeetos first, and then while one Cheepoof is flying next to the other, you shoot a barrel, and then it will destroy both at once. That's the fastest way to do it.
I do love how Beffica was just taking pictures. She was helpful.
Yep. She was there. You know, she's doing what she knows how.
And here we have the spiky Strabby who's doing his part. Can't complain too much.
Yep. Luckily, as with pretty much all of these mini games, all of the patterns are the same. So I know exactly where they're going to spawn. I can get ready and preempt anything. For example, this next round, they're just gonna pop out of nowhere and not out of the ground like all the other ones for some reason. They just kind of spawn from nowhere.
Kind of buggy.
Yeah.
Buggy
ball. Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but generally back when I was doing this run, it was pretty much a strat to like not kill all of them.
Oh yeah, I hadn't even heard that. Why would that be?
Like you don't need the first ones in the in the third, fourth, and the fifth wave.
No time.
Oh, okay.
I don't know the specifics behind it.
Come on now, get.
That's interesting. I had no idea. I've only seen people kill them all. So.
Since the Stone Age.
Well, what do you want
All right,
me
so
to
this
do?
is the last
I
of the
won't
mini
let them
games
take
here,
my garden.
which is
we're
gonna sling some special sauce
There's enough.
and
I
make
still got my
Bugsnax
special
run
sauce,
into each
fresh
other
grown.
out of fury, I guess, or hunger.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, I didn't see
Yeah,
you
pretty
there.
much.
Would you mind
That's a
helping
special
out?
sauce. It
Just
has
a matter of life and
it's like
death is all.
catnip, maybe.
Yeah, special qualities that they don't just stun. They, you know, when they run into each other, they explode or disappear, I guess. So again, luckily the spawns are always the same, so I know exactly where they're going to be.
Don't forget to shoot Rambus.
Oh, he didn't sauce up. I did shoot him though. And then that's the whole gauntlet situation. Basically, we just have to run up to the ship.
So, and in this next cutscene, you will see some really big Bugsnax coming, like this watermelon pit. I forgot the name.
I think that is Mama Wellen. Because there's also smaller watermelons.
Come on, we're not gonna make it.
Yeah, there's basically, so if you play the game casually, there's four legendary Bugsnax. They're actually all kind of represented in the Lisbert Eggabell combo there. There's the pizza, the cake, the watermelon, and the sushi. They're all legendary Bugsnax of sorts.
And they're all like clever boss fights.
It's very, very fun. Very fun. We are getting close to the end of the game here, so time will be coming up pretty soon. We just have some dialogue to get through, and then it'll be the end of the run. Yeah, so what Riekelt was talking about in terms of, you know, them not showing up for the end game, they wouldn't be on this beach because they would have succumbed to the Bugsnax, basically.
Yeah, I didn't want to spoil too much.
Yep.
Hey, buddy. All right. I know. I get great.
There we go. And then this last cutscene time is coming up as soon as we get to the last loading screen here. So get ready on time.
As soon as you get fired.
Yeah, we gotta get fired first.
Don't worry, you're fine. Also.
Time.
Well, so
And there we go. There we go. Bugsnax, no major skips. Yeah, so I just wanted to do a couple quick shout outs before we wrap up here. Thank you so much to the entire staff involved with this Imerman Angels event. They've been wonderful. They've been really clear with all their communication, and the setup was effortless. So I really appreciate all the time and effort that everyone put into making this event as successful as it has been so far. Thank you for including Bugsnax and including me on the marathon. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Riekelt, for you're on the staff, obviously setting up for this event, but thank you for your excellent code commentary as well. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Happy I was on you.
Oh yeah, very much so. play this game casually or speedrun or whatever you want to do. Just play it. It's pretty cheap. PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Epic Games Store for PC. If you're interested in speedrunning it, speedrun.com/Bugsnax. There's also a subreddit r/Bugsnax speedrunning. If you're interested as well, we're a very friendly group, always willing to help out new runners, console or PC, whatever you prefer. Yeah, and if you like Bugsnax or other fun speedruns, twitch.tv/Conception2. I'll be happy to have you and come by and say hi sometime.
Reminder, the any percent is only 20 minutes at most.
Yes. Yeah, at most. Yeah, even on PC it's even faster. So it's sub 15 minutes. So yeah, if you want a nice short run, that's very fun to do. Come on by. But yeah, thank you so much for having me.